Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to our Baatein Kare. Pooja here. Well, as I asked you guys in the DP, do you recognize the person in the picture? Take a good look again. No? Not at all? Well, if your answer is no, then I think it's time to get to know that person because the person in the DP is you. Yes, you heard me right. The person in the DP is you. You do not recognize the person because you have covered him or her with all the mask, layer, paradigms, beliefs, thought process of other people. Start removing all this and start recognizing the person within. Start recognizing your own face. It's time to get to know you, get to know oneself, the him or the her behind the scarf, the mask, the veil. This is a very big eye opener for everybody. And if you have reached this video or podcast of mine, this message is for you as you all have been searching for answers. So, let's start this journey of unveiling this person's face and start recognizing the real person behind the veil. That is you and only you. Surprised to hear that person is you? Well, it will be very disheartening if you all continue to unrecognize the person behind the mask or the veil. Every person or child is taught so many things by his parents, elders, societies, what he can do, what he should do, what are his limits, what are the beliefs he should follow, that slowly and steadily a veil or mask starts covering his thoughts, his mind, his face, his body, soul, spirit. Every child, when born, is born free-spirited or without any strings attached. That's why is the phrase, you should be more childlike or start thinking like a child. The first 7 years are the most precious years where a child learns what some norms of the society from his first teachers are his parents, his siblings, his close family members, his teachers, his friends, who in turn have already learnt all this from their parents, their society. So, till the first 7 years, the maximum learning or absorption or forming of the paradigm has been done in a person. Well, if this serves you, there is no harm in these learnings. We are not against the learnings. But if you are in a situation in life where you are very unhappy with where you are, very unhappy in your career, in your relationship, in your life, in your relationship with your siblings, with your loved ones, with your parents, with your friends, or any such situation, then this is the time to sit back and think what's gone wrong, what can be changed, and what all has led you to this situation. Very early in life, the old paradigms and belief decide our path in life, what we can do and we cannot do, what we should do and what we should not do. Our economic path is also decided, our beliefs is decided, our goals, our path, our spirit goals, physical goals, all are decided. And for a big chunk of people, human beings, it is right and it serves the purpose. But for a few selected ones who have broken those old paradigms, or they feel misfit in the old paradigms, they are evolving, as evolution is a part and parcel of nature. What served us 1,000 years back does not serve us today. What was right or fit for us 500 years back may not be right or fit or convenient for us today. So, slowly and steadily, first of all, we have to decide that there is some unveiling to be done, some paradigm shifts to be broken, some to be modified, and some are good enough for us even today and are so good that they can even fit or benefit our kids in the future. How do you unmask? Well, it's easy. Next time you should be able to recognize your picture. It should be more and more and more like you. So, the steps are simple. Ask yourself, what makes you happy? You can get 5 answers, 15 answers, 20 answers. I think anybody can write about 50 answers to what makes you happy. And these answers or this question you can ask yourself every day, every week, every month. And please be ready and prepared that your answers can change every year, every few months, because we are growing as human beings, we are growing in our hearts, we are growing spiritually, we are waking up to our needs, we are growing with the change in environment. So please do not stick to the same answer even after 3 years. Ask this question to yourself every day. What makes you happy? And start ticking off one point from the list and adding it to your life. It can be having 1 extra hour of sleep. For some, it can be having a golf game with your friends. For some, it can be going for a world tour with a loved one. For some, it can be buying a new house, buying a dream car. As simple as mani-pedi. Well, after COVID-19, nothing is so simple. I have not had a mani-pedi for I think 8-10 months. That's a very big thing on my list. So these are few examples which you can write down, and then after you get through them or pass through them, you can go for deeper answers or bigger goals in life. Think for a moment, if you had no worries to pay your bills, to pay your rent, you had a fixed monthly income coming from somewhere, then what would be your choice of occupation today? Would it be the same thing that you're doing at present? Or would it be something totally different? Think about it. Take a few days, and I request everybody to take a book, a diary, or a journal and start writing it. If you are started on this journey, please date it, and whatever questions you ask yourselves, please write down the answers. Preferably write down the questions also. And over time, maybe a few weeks, months, years, you will see your journey, how far you guys have come, how far you all have progressed, changed, or maybe some will say nothing much has changed. It will all be different for every person. But if you all are going to do all these things consistently, regularly, and with full determination and passion, there is bound to be change. Change is inevitable. Along with writing your answers, in the next line, do write your emotions also. They are a very big factor in our life, which I think many of us give very less importance to. Are you feeling happy writing the answer? Are you confused? Are you excited? Are you sad? Are you depressed? You can't figure out the answer? Write it down, the emotion you are feeling. In this way, you will also learn to tap into your emotions. That is a discussion for another day. So once you all get to know the answer, that this is the profession you have always wanted, then though it's done and sorted for you guys. And I think the maximum percentage of people will get an answer that this is not their choice of profession if they were not bothered or worried about the big factor, money. Then for these guys, there is work ahead. But this work is fun. So take it as a hobby. Start writing what profession or in which line of work you all would have gone and would have loved it every day. Maybe you all are lawyers today. You all wanted to be chefs, cooks. Maybe you're a doctor today and you would have loved to be a gardener, a painter. So the answers can be anything just opposite to what you're doing, or it can be very close by to what you're doing. Maybe you're a chef and you want to start your own bakery. You're more interested in your baking some things. Okay, so whatever is the answer, write it down. And we all may not have the privilege or luxury to pursue this professionally in a big way. Some of y'all can do it, can make the shift, can afford to make the pivot change in your life. But for others, I would recommend start taking this answer which you have got and start making it a hobby of yours. Start painting on the weekends, or you can paint in the evening. Make a small backyard garden. You can even make a small, if there is a space crunch, you can even make a garden in your gallery. In your bedroom, you can just start planting one or two flowers. You can go to your neighborhood garden, start studying the flowers there, researching the type of flowers that are growing, trees that are growing, in which weather which tree grows better. Or you can start, you some of you all maybe love to study the birds, anything. So if not professionally, start making this your regular routine, and in this way slowly you are unmasking the person inside you. In the same way, if you all are single, married, divorced, widow, in a very complicated relationship, in a troubled relationship, or any other type of relationship, start writing. If you have some problem in the relationship, what there are, and next start writing what are the solutions to these problems. Okay, these are especially for people who are in a complicated relationship or unhappy relationship. And after you write down these points, think, you can take some time, it will not all happen in 1 minute or an hour. What all problems can be solved? If it's a financial problem, can you discuss it? Can you change your jobs? Can you take a loan and start something new? If it is an anger issue, can it be resolved? Is there any resolve for it? Is there any outcome for it, better outcome? Can it be treated? Maybe it is alcohol, maybe some other problem. Can it be treated? And after you finish this phase of knowing the problems in your relationship and then finding out the answers, and the third step is ticking off what can be done, right? And the fourth step is taking action towards those steps. So the first point is, the first phase of dealing with this is unmasking yourself, is write down the problems in the relationship, all that you can think of. You can keep adding in it, and do not forget to write down the emotion it triggers with each problem that you write down. Second point, or the second phase, is start writing down the solution to every problem you have just written down. Again, you have to write down the emotion you feel. Maybe it is the emotion of hope, excitement. It can be done, or no, nothing can be done. Whatever emotion you are feeling, please write it down in the bracket. The third phase is start ticking out the points which can be worked on. Tuck, 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 tuck. And start handling 1 or 2 points at a time and working on it. You can discuss it with your partner, or you can start first the journey on your own. The fifth point is give yourself a time limit. It can be from a few days to a few months to work on these problems. And then write down, if after this time limit these problems are not. Close your eyes. Some of y'all will say, no, I want to continue. Others will say, no, I will not take it anymore. I deserve better. Some of y'all will start thinking and comparing both the lives, present and a different life. So the answers will be, I think 2-3 options are only there. If you don't want to continue with this, you all can only say yes, I want to separate, I want to start afresh, I am tired of this situation, I deserve better, I deserve happiness, I deserve relief. For some people, separation can be relief. For others, it can be happiness. For others, it can be, I can't take it anymore. And for a few of y'all, things can change, and this is your second chance at your life and at your relationship. And with every option of answer that you write, do write the emotion it triggers. What is the emotion you feel when you think you have to continue in this? What is the emotion that you feel when you think you have started a new life, separate life, without him or her, without the fights, without the same old problems, same old arguments, something fresh? What emotion triggers in you? Is it hope? Is it happiness? Is it excitement? Is it loving yourself, feeling that you deserve it, it is meant to happen? Or is it confusion, being scared to try something new? Write down the emotions. And for the group who are single and they think they always attract the wrong people, the wrong relationships, the wrong partners in their life, well, you all have to start writing down what are the common factors or what are the wrong things that you attract in a partner, and why do you do so. And slowly and steadily you will have to work on that healing process of yours. This is again a discussion for a different day. But if you are attracting unwanted partners, is there any insecurity in you? Have you had a childhood trauma or a childhood situation where you were neglected by your parents, or any some things? It is just an example I'm telling you. Maybe you were staying in a very big family and you got very less attention. Maybe there were 15 kids, all cousins around you. Maybe for that reason you are attracted to somebody who is always very busy or who gives you very less time or attention, and then there is obviously a breakup follows. But you have to write down, and as you keep writing down, I am very sure you all will see a number of common points or common pattern in each relationships of yours. And then slowly and steadily you all have to work on healing those points, the shadow work, those qualities, that thought process in your mind. Along with all that, important step in unmasking the veil and finding the real you, the real face, recognizing the face, is that the singles, you all can write down points, or even the people who are in a relationship. You're just clearing your mind by writing down these points. Write down 5, 10, 15, 20 points what you want in your ideal partner. There can be a few physical points, few emotional points, few situational points, that I don't want him to work from home, or I don't want her to be on long trips all the time, whatever. So instead of writing what you all don't want in a partner, start writing what you all want in a partner. Which type of relationship will give you happiness, satisfaction. He or she does not have to be a millionaire, right? But there can be 10 more things which will make you so happy and satisfied. That's why I keep telling you all, write down your emotions, and y'all can come back to this page again and again in a few days and keep altering, because in this study, the deeper you go, you start understanding better in a different way, and your answers keep changing. That is fine. Don't be stick to it, or blame yourself that 1 week before I had written this point, now how can I change that point? No, it's fine. You are evolving, you are unmasking, you are reaching the inner you. So changing the answer is fine. After a few days, weeks, or maybe months, you will have a very clear plan, or a very clear 20 points which won't change for a few months or a few years. Change is good, because what you want at 25, you will not want at 35, because you are not the same person. You have evolved physically, emotionally, and hopefully spiritually. So change is fine. Every few years there will be some pivots, some change in direction, some change in liking, and hopefully your partner will also go through the same process, so that you all can stay in alignment. So guys, these are the major 2 life portions that I have touched in this unmasking journey. Slowly and steadily, I'll be adding in or touching many more aspects in life. But I think if we can unmask ourselves in these 2 major portions of our life will be much easier, much happier, and more fulfilled. So I will be adding in lot of videos, podcasts related to your emotions, your dreams, shadow work, your spiritual journey, your healing work, affirmations, meditations, raising your vibrations, and many such topics very close to my heart. So guys, I hope you like my video on unmasking yourself. It is a journey to unmask your thought process, your emotions, and tap into your future self. So do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can even check my podcast. They have got a bunch of different podcasts on them also. See you soon with another video. Till then, stay safe, take care, bye bye.